Hello everyone, welcome to the 2025 game show Throwdown, raising money for Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I'm Travis of Betsy's Game Show Studio. It's been a while since we've done this, or since I've done it anyway. 2019 was the last one, but we're back at it again in a more virtual environment, and we're going to stretch this all the way out to November. 2 games a month on Sundays, and we're going to go 2 games now, then June, then July, all the way through to Extra Life Game Day, which will be a Saturday in November. We'll play 2 or 3 games then, and hopefully our goal is $1,000 for Extra Life. I'm currently benefiting the Extra Life Hospital in the Children's Hospital, the UF in Florida. I currently am the only member of the team. If you want to join the team and raise money for your own children's hospital, you can do that, or you can donate directly to us. The link is in our link tree. It's linktr.ee/gameshowmachine. The donation link is the first button. So how we're going to do this, it's a lot different than we've done it in years past when we would go 25 plus hours straight in a hotel room, either in Vegas or in Glendale. We're just going to play for a couple of hours. My contestants are in Discord, and they are ready to take on each other to try to win money for charity. So here's what we're going to do. Let's get into gameplay. Say hi, Discord.
Hi, Discord.
All right.
Hello.
If you guys are watching and you want to be part of this, the link is also in our link tree to join the Discord if you want to play these games, or just be kind of a part of the conversation. If you want to be in the game, come into our Studio 33 voice chat, and then we'll go from there. But for now, we are set to play the classic 1970s game of acey-deucey high-low card sharks. 2 players are playing this game, and we're going to go with Rach and Noah. You guys are ready to go. Are you up and ready for some questions?
Sure are.
Beautiful. I'm going to skip the opening sequence and just get right into it. So, Rach, you're going to play the red cards, the top cards. Noah, you're going to play the bottom cards, the blue cards. In order to gain control of the cards, you have to be able to answer a high-low question, predicting how well you think you know human nature. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Rach, first question is for you. We asked 100 dog owners, have you ever bought doggy clothes for your pooch? How many admitted they had? And feel free to explain your answer. You don't have to give me just the number. Feel free to kind of like explain it, think it out.
I would say it's quite high, because as a pet owner myself, I can't resist a cute outfit. So I would probably say maybe about 60%.
60 out of 100. Now, what pets do you have?
I have a cat.
You have a cat. Now, does the cat have clothes?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So it's likely going to happen. That's fair. All right. You say 60 out of 100. Noah, is the actual number higher or lower than that?
Okay, well, I did have a dog, and I did buy clothes for it. I now am also I'm also a cat owner, just like Rach. I'm gonna say it's a bit lower on this one.
A bit lower than that. So I will say this. If anybody happens to nail the number on the nose, I'll donate $5 to the charity. So if you can bullseye it, even better. The actual number of dog owners that have bought clothes for their pooch is 65. It is not lower. It is higher. Rach, you have control of the cards, and control is important. So what you have to do is predict each card in the line higher or lower than the one before it. Your base card is a queen. Now, you can keep this, or you can change it because you won the question. So do you want to keep the queen, or do you want to play it?
I will keep that one.
What is the next card from the queen, higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower than a queen. Oop, no, that's the wrong lower. Lower than a queen, it's a 6. You can either choose to continue or you can freeze, protect your progress. What do you want to do?
I will continue.
Okay.
I'm going to say higher.
Higher than a 6. It's a king. Good card. Remember, aces are high, deuces are low. So you have a king. Yeah. Do you want to play on or do you want to freeze?
I will play on.
Okay. Higher or lower than a king?
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 4. One more and you've won the first game of the match. It takes 2 games to win the whole match and go on to play the money cards. You have a 4 and 1 card remaining. What do you want to do?
Higher.
Higher than a 4 for the first game of the match. It is an ace. Look at that. straight across the board on one question. So, Rach, one game for you. We'll deal out.
Job.
We'll
Thank you.
deal out a new line of cards. Noah didn't get to see his 5 cards, so he can't card count. But Rach can, so this is going to be an interesting question. All right, Noah, this question goes to you. We asked 100 fifth graders, do you think you'll ever be famous? How many said yes?
I mean, okay, interesting one. I mean, some fifth graders do believe that they're gonna be famous, but I'm gonna say maybe about 65.
65 out of 100. Rach, is the actual number higher or lower than that?
See, I don't think it's going to be as high as 65. I think there'll be like a small number of kids who'll be like, yeah, I'm going to be famous. But I don't think there's going to be that many, so I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of fifth graders that think they will be famous is 59. It is lower. So, Rach, you are back in. This match could be over very quick. All right. Rach, your new base card is a 3.
Okay. I'll keep that one, and I will go higher.
Higher than the 3. Deuce, not higher. So we're gonna take out the 2. We'll put Noah in control of his cards. Show your base card. You cannot change it because you did not win the question. You have an ace. What do you want to do?
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 10.
I'm gonna freeze.
Freezing on the 10. Probably not a terrible idea. All right, so we will clear the displays, and now Rach gets a new question. We asked, something that's kind of near and dear to my old heart. We asked 100 soap opera actors and actresses. Has a fan ever gotten mad at you in public for something your character did on TV? How many said this has happened to them?
That's going to be high. If it's anything like the UK ones, it's going to be high. I'm going to say about 70. I think that's quite high.
70 out of 100. Okay. Are you a fan of soap operas?
It depends if there's a good storyline or not.
Okay. Do you gravitate more? Are you an EastEnders? Are you Coronation Street? Like, where do you go?
Probably Coronation Street.
Coronation? Okay.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Noah, how about you? Are you a soap opera fan, Noah?
I mean, I do watch some, not a lot. I do watch Coronation Street a little bit, just like Rage. Yeah, a little bit soap opera, yeah.
All right. Do you think it's higher or lower than 70?
70 is a bit much. I mean, do agree that fans do have an opinion on this. I'm gonna say a bit lower on this.
Lower than that. The actual number of soap opera actors and actresses that have had a really crazy fan is 52. It is lower. So, Noah, you are in control, and you have a 10. Do you want to change it?
I would like to change it, Travis.
Changing the 10. 10 becomes a 7. Not great. A little bit worse. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go higher.
Higher than the 7? Another 7.
Oh, ouch.
Nothing for a pair.
Not in this game.
Thank you so much. Rach, you are in control. You have a 3. You can't change it. Call the next card.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a jack.
I'm going to say higher again.
Higher. Against the odds on a jack. Does it work out? It does not. It's an 8. So we'll get rid of that. Noah's got a 1-card lead. That's not bad for now. Noah, questions back to you. This is question number 3 for the round. We asked 100 judges. Do you ever wear clothes under your robe that would be inappropriate for court? How many said they do?
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think a lot of judges would do something that inappropriate. I think it's a pretty modest number. I'm gonna say about 45.
45 out of 100. Rach, is it higher or lower than 45?
Yeah, I think a lot of judges would worry about getting caught with stuff like that under their robe, so I'm going to say about 20.
So just lower?
Yeah.
Lower than that. The actual number of judges that want to be Harry Stone when they grow up is 64. It is very much higher, actually. Noah, you have control and you have a 7.
I'm change that 7.
Changing the 7. It becomes an 8. You've had 2
Ouch.
changes, and you just got worse every time.
Yeah, very worse. I'm gonna take a chance to say higher.
Higher than the 8. Another 8.
Oh!
No way.
We'll get rid of that 8. Rach, you're in control. Call the 3.
Oh no. I'm higher.
Higher than the 3. It's an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower again. It's a 3.
Higher.
For the match, it's a 7. You got it.
That was just bad luck. Sorry.
That was such bad cards. I have no idea what happened on that one. I really don't. Noah, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the game? Good. Glad to hear it. All right. So Noah, you are retired. Rach, you are going to play the money cards, and because this is Card Shark's Gauntlet, you're going to play in the next game. So here's how the money card works. I'm going to deal a total of 11 cards to the table. 8 on the board. You'll see the first card. Playing it basically the same as you did the first game, you have to predict whether the next card is higher or lower than the one before it. The trick is you're now betting money. The minimum bet on every card is $50 in $50 increments. Once you get to the end of the first line, we'll move that card up. We'll give you an extra $400 of betting money. You'll have 3 more cards to play. If you make it to the top line, the big bet, you have to bet at least half of your bank. Okay? You can change 1 card per line if you don't like it, with the 3 cards off to the side. And the most you can win if you double all the way up is $32,000. So here is what I will do. I will donate a penny for every dollar left in your bank at the end of the game. So if you go double all the way up, that's $320 to charity.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do. We'll show you your
No
first.
pressure.
Your base card is an
No, actual
ace. Do
money.
you want to keep it? Do you want to change it?
Keep it.
How much do you want to bet in which direction?
It's 50 increments, isn't it?
It's $50 increments, but here's the thing. If the next card comes up as a pair, it's a push. No win, no loss. So on an ace or a deuce, you really can't lose anything.
Okay, I will bet 100.
Only 100. Because you cannot lose on an ace.
Okay, bet all then. Yeah.
All of it? Which direction?
Yeah, lower.
All of it lower than an ace? You got a 10 and $400.
Nice. I am gonna go 50 and lower.
$50 lower than a 10. It's a jack. So it costs you $50, but you have a better card. So you got $350 and a jack. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go another 50 and I'll go lower.
Another $50 lower than a jack. It's a 4. Better card. The 4 moves up. You'll get $800 and a really good card with the 4. What do you want to do?
Okay, I will bet 200 and I will go higher.
$200 higher than a 4. It's a queen. $1,000 and a queen. You're doing real well.
I will bet 300 and I will go lower.
$300 lower than a queen. It's a 5. $1,300 and a
Yes.
decent card. What would you like to do?
I will bet 300 again and I will go higher.
$300 higher than a 5. It's a 9. The 9 moves up. You do not have to play it. You're at $1,600. Whatever card you do play, you have to bet at least $800. But the 9 you do not have to play. You can change it.
Okay, can I change it?
With 1, 2, or 3. Which one?
2.
Number 2. The 9 becomes a 10. A little bit better, but you have to bet at least $800. What is your big bet?
Okay, I will bet 900
$900.
and I will go lower.
$900 lower than a 10. It's a king. So, you made it with $700. That means $7 will get donated. I need to start writing this down.
You're doing so well.
Hang on. Let me see if I can drop that.
Good try.
Let me get out of it. There we go. Okay, so let's see. That is $7 plus. I'm just keeping a track of how much I need to chuck in. So, Rach, you are in the next game. You are defending your crown, and you're defending it against I had that name up. Give me a second. You're defending it against Clover. All right. Clover. There we go. There we go. And we're going to skip right to the game. Clover, welcome in.
Hey there.
All right, you guys ready to play? Rachel, you ready to defend your crown?
Yes.
Good. You're back in control. First question of a new game. We asked 100 millennials, do you currently have cable TV at home? How many said yes?
This might be. It's difficult because I know a lot of people have gone with streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
So I am gonna say 40.
40 out of 100. Clover's the actual number higher or lower than that?
I'm gonna say it's a little bit higher than that.
Okay. What's the logic behind that?
I mean, not everyone's transitioned to streaming because there's so many streaming services that offer different things. Whereas with cable, you can, or even satellite, you can just like pick a channel and everything and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, you still have to pay with bills either way, but still.
It's fair. Okay. So Rach says 40, you say higher. The actual number of millennials that do have cable TV is 52. It is higher. Rach, you didn't win control for once. Clover, you're in control. Your base card is a 5. What would you like to do?
Keep it and go higher.
Higher than the 5. It's a 9.
Freeze.
Freezing on the 9. Probably a great move. And we will go to Clover, to your question. We asked 100 people, would you trust personal advice from Dr. Phil? How many said yes, they would trust personal advice from Phil McGraw?
I know he's part of Oprah's clique, but he's also somewhat controversial in his own ways, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd say 39 of them.
39 out of 100. Rach, is the actual number higher or lower?
See, I think. See, even over here, we don't know about Dr. Phil and what sort of stuff he does.
Mhm.
But I think average Americans, I would say probably higher, but not by much.
Higher than that. The actual number of people that would trust personal advice from Dr. Phil is 37. It was just a little bit lower.
Okay.
Clover, you're in control and you have a 9. What do you want to do?
Get rid of that 9, please.
Changing the 9. The 9 becomes a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the 2, it's a 10.
I'm gonna freeze.
Freezing again. Not a bad play. Rach, you're back in control. Here's your question. We asked 100 parents. Do you watch more TV shows aimed at kids than at adults? How many said they watched more TV shows aimed at kids?
I think this is going to be quite high. I think it's probably going to be about. I'd say about 70 because there's a lot of kids' TV shows that are on repeat now, and I think that's probably just to keep the kids occupied.
70 out of 100. Okay. Clover, actual number higher or lower than that?
Depends on if they're watching with the kid and whether that show is Bluey or not. Because I know everyone loves Bluey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Just for the love, I'm gonna say higher.
The actual number of parents that watch more kids' TV shows than adult TV shows is 43. It is lower. So, Rach, you are in control of your cards. Your base card is an 8. Would you like to change it?
I think I'll keep that.
You're keeping a dead center card?
I think I'm going to keep that.
Okay. What's the next card? Higher or lower than
I'm
8?
sassy.
Do it. Do it, girly pop. You got this.
I am going to say it's going to be higher.
Higher than the 8. It's a 4. So that goes away. Clover, you're back in control. You have a 10. Call it.
Lower.
Lower than the 10? No progress at all. And
So glad I froze there.
we are going to go into sudden death. Somebody has to win the game on this play of the cards. Clover, you're in control. Here is your question. We asked 100 millennials again. Do you prefer when someone calls you instead of texting? How many said they preferred a phone call?
Well, I'm a millennial myself, but
So what?
I really
So
never use
so
texting.
well, you're a millennial. So what do you prefer?
Calling.
You
I mean,
you
I
prefer
sometimes
phone
use
calls?
Text, but I rarely ever use text nowadays.
Okay.
For me, at least. I can't really speak for everybody, obviously.
Okay, that's fair.
How many said they prefer calling? You said.
Yeah. How many said they prefer
I'm gonna
when
say
someone calls?
53 of them.
53.
53.
53 out of 100. Rach, actual number higher or lower than that?
I'm gonna say lower.
Lower than that. You fit into millennium.
I'm antisocial. Yeah, I'm millennial. Yes.
Yeah. I know for one, I'm Gen X as they come, but I prefer a text message because it's like, I think it's just
Time to think about your reply. That's why.
exactly. And I spent so many years working in call centers that it's like I don't want. I'll call you when it's important. Like if you want me to call you, text me that you want me to call you, and I will call you. All right. So Clover says 53. Rach says lower. The actual number of millennials that prefer calling instead of texting is 39. It is lower. Rach, you are in control and you have an 8. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna change it.
Changing the 8. 8 becomes a 6. A little better.
It's sudden death.
Oh, it is sudden death. Okay.
Huh?
So if you're going to be control of that card, thank you for reminding me. Here's how sudden death works. You've already changed the card. I'm going to let that sit. You now have the option of whether you want to play your cards or if you want to pass control. Rach, you have a 6. You can try to keep control and call your entire line. If you do, you win the game. One mistake, Clover automatically wins. Or you can pass control to Clover. He has to play off the 10 and call both cards. If he goofs, you win the game. So what do you want to do? Do you want to control it with the 6 or do you want to force it on Clover to play off the 10?
I am gonna pass it.
Passing it to Clover. Clover, you are in control. You have a 10. Can't change it. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go lower.
Lower than the 10. It's a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3 for the first game of the match. You got it. Thank you for reminding me that was sudden death because I was just going to go right on.
Anytime, Travis.
All
Anytime.
right. All right. So let's do that and we'll figure it out later. Okay. Bleh. So that was a full, this is round 2. Rach, you're in control of the first question of game 2, and here it is. We asked 100 New York fashion models. Is it important that the person you date be good looking? How many models said yes?
That's quite high. I think it's gonna be about 70.
70 out of 100. Clover, actual number higher or lower than that?
Say lower, but that's mostly because I feel that women would like men more for their personality. Although looking good certainly does help too.
Well, these are also,
Because they're models.
yeah, these are New York fashion models.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm
Yeah.
aware.
So it's not just that they look good, it's somebody who is with them looks good as well. So I guess that makes sense, but you're going lower.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. The actual number of New York fashion models says it's important that their mate be good looking is 60. It is lower. Clover, you're back in control. Your base card is an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 5.
There.
Higher than a 5. Jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. A 9.
Breathe.
Freezing the progress there. All right. Clover, you're in control of this question. We asked 100 restaurant servers. Have you ever blamed your own mistakes on the kitchen? How many said they had? Specifically the cooks.
Boy. I know cooking's a little hard. I'm not sure if they'd be that hard on themselves, though, for, minor screw-ups. Unless it was something really big. I'm going to say 34 of them.
34 out of 100. Rach, is the actual number higher or lower than that?
I think the pressures of being in customer service can get a bit overwhelming, so I'm gonna say higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of restaurant servers that have said, "Don't look at me, blame the kitchen," is 33. It's 1 point off lower. Clover, you are in control of your cards. You have a 9. What do you want to do with it?
Switch it out, please.
Changing the 9. The 9 becomes an ace.
Lower.
The only way that this game is not won is if this is another ace. Lower. It is.
Wow. What a match. Good game.
There we go. That cuts the music. All right. So, Rach, thank you for playing. You got $7 off the money, or $700 off the money cards. It's $7 to Extra Life. That will go in at the end of the day today. All right. Did you have fun though?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Good. Hang out because we do have another game coming up after Card Sharks. And now it's Clover's shot at the money cards. Same rules apply. You have $200 and a king.
Everything lower.
All of it lower than a king. Another king. It's a push. No win, no loss. Same 200, same card.
Lower.
All of it lower than a king. You got an 8.
It was number 3.
Number 3. That 8 becomes a 4.
All of it higher.
All of it higher than a 4. It's another ace. Ace goes up. $400 more. You have $1,200 and a perfect card.
Lower.
How much?
Everything.
All of it. Lower than an ace.
Yes.
You got a jack and $2,400.
Go back a bit and say $600 lower.
$600. And you're keeping the jack, right?
Yes.
$600 lower than a jack. You got a 6 and $3,000.
Change it with number 2.
Number 2. 6 becomes a deuce.
All of it higher.
All of it higher than a 2. It's a king. King moves up. 6,000 in the bank. What do you want to do?
All of it lower.
All of it. $6,000 lower than a king. You got a jack. 12,000 in the bank. That's $120 going to charity. And I'll issue a challenge to anybody watching on YouTube, either now or later. I'm going to challenge anyone to match what I'm donating. So currently I'm at $127 that I'm going to donate. I challenge anyone out there to match what I'm going to put in. And that's just open to anybody. All right, Clover, you're defending the crown, so you're going to be playing the red cards this time. And you're going to be joined by your opponent as soon as I get back to my list of contestants. Caden is going to play.
Hello.
All right. Players in. Game screen up. Going to the game. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. Those cards go away. New card comes out. Clover, you're in charge of this question. And here it is. We asked 100 people over the age of 65. Do you think a 35-year-old is too young to be president? How many said yes, 35 is too young?
35 is too young. That's gonna be crazy. Honestly, I think that, I'm not gonna talk too much about political stuff because, it's kind of a mess right now.
That's fair.
Younger audience is feeling a little left out.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna have to say 20 of them.
20 out of 100. Throw that up on your side. Caden, is the actual number higher or lower than 20?
I know that people want a younger president or younger presidents.
Mhm.
Excuse me. My gut instinct, and this is for people who want younger presidents.
This is 100 people over the age of 65. Do they think a 35-year-old is too young? Because 35 is currently the minimum age to be considered for the presidency, to be eligible.
I gotta go on my gut. I feel like a lot of older people would say that's higher.
So you're going to go higher than 20?
I'm gonna say higher. I'm gonna go higher.
Okay. The actual number of people over the age of 65 says 35 is too young to be president is 50, right up the middle, so it is higher. Caden, you're in control. Your base card is a 9.
We're gonna change that.
Changing the 9. The 9 becomes a 7. Same card, the other side of the spectrum. So call the next card. Higher or lower than a 7?
I'm just gonna go on my gut lower.
Lower than a 7? Well, it was going to be a pair, but you changed it out of a pair, but same result. Clover, you're in control of your cards. The base card is a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. Stand by. I gotta find it. There it is. It's a deuce. No progress. All right. Rach, thank you for that information. Let me see if I can turn that up a little bit. We'll see if that works. Okay, here we go. Let's clear the displays on this one. And Caden, you are now in control of this question. Here it is. Ooh, it's a percentage question, so an educated guess. According to MarketWatch, what percent of the people who buy pumpkin spice lattes are men?
Well, you can march my walk at any. You can march my. You can walk at my march or whatever it's called. Mark at my watch at any time. I'm gonna. I feel like I'm probably wrong about this, but I feel like the main percentage of the people who buy pumpkin spice is women. But as someone who loves pumpkin spice, I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say 37.
37 out of 100. Let's drop that in right there. All right, here we go. I just got an alert from YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh, we'll figure it out later. Okay, moving on. All right, Clover, higher or lower than 37?
Never really had pumpkin. I never had pumpkin spice before. Is it good?
I have not had it, so I
Amazing.
cannot answer that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can answer it.
But I don't know. I've never really bought pumpkin spice myself, so I'm gonna have to say lower.
Lower than that. Ooh, got so much going on right now. The actual number, or the actual percentage of people who buy pumpkin spice lattes identify as male is 47. It is higher. So, Caden, you are in control of your cards. You have a 7. What would you like to do with it?
Could we change that, please?
We can. Changing the 7. It is now a 3.
Thank you very much. Higher, please.
Higher than the 3. It's a 5.
Higher, please.
Higher again. An 8.
We're gonna freeze right there.
Freezing there. Okay, moving on. Question 3. Clover, you're in control. We asked 100 lawyers. That's not it. I'm throwing that question out because that was the answer. There we go. All right. I don't like the question anyway. We asked 100 doctors' wives. That's the question I'm going to. Were you one of your husband's patients before you married him? How many said they were?
Very, very, very interesting. How many were their patients before they married?
Mm-hmm.
The Florence Nightingale effect and all that. I'm gonna say 43 of them.
43 out of 100. Caden, higher or lower than that?
2 things. 1, that question is the definition of every Hallmark movie imaginable. And 2, I feel like that's very rare, and I don't believe that, so I'm just going to go lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of doctors' wives who were patients before marriage is 72. It is a lot higher. Clover, you are in control of your cards. 6 is up. What would you like to do?
Get rid of that 6, please.
6 becomes a queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. You got a 4.
Higher.
Higher than the 4. An ace.
Lower.
Lower than that. Another queen.
Lower.
For the first game of the match. No! All the way back to the base card. Caden, you're in control and you have an 8 to work with. You cannot change it.
Can I buy a vowel?
No, wrong game.
Oh.
I will kick you out of this Discord.
I'll go lower.
Lower than an 8. It's a 7.
Am I allowed to freeze?
You can.
I'm not going to. Lower.
Oh, going against the odds. Lower than the 7 for the first game of the match. It's got it. Wow. Okay. Let's go into round 2. All right. Caden, you're in control of this question, and here it is. We asked 100 LA women, Los Angeles women, as far as you know, do you snore? How many women said yes?
This is hard. Let's see here. Do you snore? That's such a generic question, I feel like. I'm not, I would say like everybody has a tendency to snore, but not everybody does. I'm gonna I'm gonna make it hard for Clover. 50, even.
Ooh, straight up the middle. Clover, higher or lower than 50?
I think I'm not too sure how many of them will admit it, but I think it's a little bit higher than they're letting on. So I'm going to say higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of LA women that, as far as they know, snore is 35. It is lower.
Oh.
Caden, you're in control of your cards, and your base card is a king.
We're gonna keep that. And we're gonna make it lower, please.
Lower than a king. You got a 6.
I'm weighing out the odds in my head. I'm gonna go higher.
Higher than a 6. Another king.
I'm gonna be very tactical about this, and I'm gonna freeze.
Freezing on a king. That's an interesting play. I like it. We'll see if that benefits. Let's see. Clover, you're up. Here is your question as soon as I pull up a new card. We asked 100 people. If you overslept on your first day at a new job, would you lie about why you were late? How many said, yeah, they'd lie?
Oh boy. I can think of so many excuses for them to come up with. Like traffic jam or you got caught by the train.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 58 of them.
58 out of 100. Oops, sorry. Let me do that. There we go. 58 out of 100. Caden, higher or lower than that?
This is a hard question because I feel like you'll have a little bit of leniency since it's your first day on the job, but you also have like, I have to take my son to school. I have to do this. I have to do that. I would say a lot of people would lie about that. I'm gonna go a little bit higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of new employees that would lie about being late on their first day is 58 exactly.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So that
Wow.
is an extra $5. I'm up to 132 so far, not deposited. That's why my tote board isn't changing. Those of you that are watching on YouTube.
By the way, Travis, sorry to interrupt, but I just saw in the Discord chat, Travis, one of this is from Rage.
I saw it.
I saw it. Friends. Oh, you already saw it? I'm sorry.
Saw it and adjusted.
I'm
We're
slow.
Good. No, you're good.
I'm slow.
You're good. I appreciate the moderation of the chat, so I appreciate that. Okay, so 58 exactly. Clover, you are in control. Your base card is a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. A 5.
Higher.
Higher than the 5. That's a queen.
Lower.
Lower to tie up the match. No!
Oh, again?
All right, those go away. Caden, you're in control and you froze on a king. What would you like to do?
The reason I froze on a king is because I didn't want to go all the way back, and I saw the opportunity to have 2 kings next to each other. Lower.
Lower than a king. It's a 9.
Oh, this is hard. Now, this is the third question in round 2, correct?
That is, yes, this is the third question, so the next one will, no, we're going into the third question.
Oh, okay, lower.
Lower than that. It is, and that is the match.
Wow. Good game, Clover. Good game, Clover. Wow.
All right. Blue side keeps winning. Caden, you are taking on the money cards now. I'm already depositing 132 into the charity so far. Your base card is a queen.
I'm going to do something I've never done before when I watch this show. I'm going to make sure I go all in. We're going to go all in for everything.
Okay.
For everything. So we're going to go all in for this one. I'm going to say lower.
All of it lower than a queen. Well, that's quick.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We're going to move the ace up, give you the extra $400. You still want to go all in?
We're always going to go all in, lower.
All of it lower than an ace. You got a 9.
Change it with 2, please.
Number 2. The 9 becomes a 10.
I said I'd go all in. I'm a man of my word. All in lower.
Lower than a 10.
Ah.
You know what? I appreciate the moxie. So, because you made it to the money cards, I'm going to chuck in an extra $2 for the opening bet, or the opening wager of 200. So, you gave it a shot. You tried it. I appreciate the attempt. But now you get to defend the crown. And this time you are...
Fell into that greedy trap.
And now you're defending against Hunter. Hunter, you ready?
Ready?
Let's do some stuff.
Oh, God.
All right, Caden, you are in control of this first question, and here it is. We asked 100 psychiatrists, do you think a physical illness can be cured by a faith healer? How many said yes?
And these are psychiatrists?
Yes.
41.
41
Complete guess.
41 out of 100. Hunter, higher or lower than that?
I don't think a lot of psychiatrists or psychologists or whatever they polled, I don't think they believe in faith healing. So I'm going to say that answer is going to be lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of psychiatrists that believe in faith healing is 37. It is lower.
Oh, wow.
So, Hunter, you have control of the cards. Your base card is a king.
I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the king. You got a 6.
It's early. I'll take a chance. I'll go higher.
Higher than the 6. It's a 4. So we'll get rid of those. Caden, you're in control of your cards, and you have to play off an 8.
Oh, come on. Let's go with a lower.
Lower
please.
than the 8. It's a 4.
Higher, please.
Higher than that. You got a jack.
I'm consistent with freezing at the third card. I'm consistent with freezing at the third card. I'm gonna do it again.
Freezing on the jack.
Freeze.
Fair enough. Clearing that out. Hunter, your question now. We asked 100 single men. Would you go on a reality TV show to find love? How many said they would?
The real question is, who wouldn't in this day and age?
That's fair. That's a good question.
I'm going to go and say 65.
65 out of 100. Caden, higher or lower than that?
I know I would, because I'm having hard finding love in my real life. But you didn't survey me. I'm gonna go with lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of single men that would go on a reality TV show to find love is 30. It is lower.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. Caden, you are in control. You have a jack. What do you want to do?
I feel like every time I play this game, it goes from a jack to a queen. So I'm gonna change that card.
Changing the card. The jack becomes a 4.
And I'm gonna go higher.
Higher than the 4? Well, your instincts were right. Now you have a king.
Oh, I want to freeze right now, but I can't. Well, I can, but
We'd be going into question 3 if you freeze.
I think it's best if I go lower because I have a little bit of safety.
Lower than the king for the first game of the match. 5, and that's it. All right.
In the words of Tom Kennedy.
All right. Round 2. Caden, you are in control of this question, and here it comes. We asked 100 single men again. They had time. We asked 100 single men, are you wearing the same underwear today that you wore yesterday? How many said yes?
Let me check. Oh, dang it. Men do that. I've done it multiple times. I'm going to go with 65.
65 out of 100. Hunter? Higher or lower than that?
I'm going to say that number is slightly low. I don't know if men change their underwear that often.
I mean, speaking as a single man, I do every day because I shower every day. So first thing in the morning is a shower and fresh clothes. So that's me. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm certainly not speaking for a portion of this survey that is going to say yes. So the actual number of single men that are wearing yesterday's underwear is 14. Very much lower.
Wow.
Hunter, you are in
Wow.
control of the cards, and you have a 4.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 4. You got a 9.
I have to play aggressively. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the 9. You got a 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 5. It's a 6.
I'm going to freeze.
Freezing there, preserving a lot of progress. All right, Hunter, the next question is to you. We asked 100 people. Have you ever received a Christmas card from someone you have never heard of? How many said they have received a Christmas card like that?
Honestly, I don't know of many people who do. At least not that I can think of. I'm going to say 20.
20 out of 100. Caden, higher or lower than that?
My gut's telling me higher, but I don't. I feel like that's rare. I really do feel like that's rare. And I feel like since Hunter's playing aggressively, I also gotta play aggressively. I gotta go a little higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of Christmas card recipients that is 62. It is very much higher.
Wow.
Caden, you have control of your cards, and you have a 3.
Higher,
Ooh,
please.
Higher than the 3. You got a 5.
Higher, please.
Higher again. It's a 2.
Oh!
Didn't do much. Hunter, you're in control again. You have 1 card to tie the match. Call off the 6.
Higher.
Higher than the 6 to tie it up? No. We're going to go into another question. This is, I believe, question number 3?
3.
This is question 3. Here we go. Not that card. This card. Yeet. We asked 100 babysitters. Do you know a kid you simply refuse to babysit? How many said they do?
If I can answer that question, my cousins.
Are your cousins the babysitters or the hell children?
Oh, you have no idea how bad. Depending on the kid, I'm gonna go with a guess. I'm gonna switch Hunter's number in his name from 95 to 59.
59 out of 100. Hunter, higher or lower than 59?
I don't think many babysitters would outright refuse to babysit someone, but there are a few out there, I'm sure. I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of babysitters that have a kid they simply do not want to take care of is 41, the exact opposite of what Caden said. So, Hunter, you are in control. 1 card to a win, but you don't have to play the 6. What do you want to do?
I'd like to change it, please.
Changing the 6. The 6 becomes a 3.
Higher!
To tie the match.
Yeah!
Fantastic. Good job. Good job, Hunter.
All right.
Thanks.
Now we go to game 3. 3 cards, maximum 3 questions to be played. That was Hunter called lower on that one, so it is Hunter's control. Here we go. We went from babysitters, now we're talking to the children. Although this is not Flipside. This is not Flipside. We asked 100 first graders, do stairs turn into escalators if you plug them in? How many said they do?
Okay, so we're talking 5 and 6-year-olds here.
Yes.
I would assume that a few of them do. I'm not saying, I mean, we're talking, this is kids say the darndest things here, sort of, in a sense. I'm going to say 35.
35 out of 100. Caden, higher or lower than that?
I want to say something. Oh, screw it. Kids are gullible. I'm going higher.
Higher than that. The actual number of first graders that believe stairs become escalators is 42. It is higher. Caden, you have control of your cards. Your base card is a king.
Oh boy.
Oh God. Lower.
Lower than a king. It's a 10.
I'm in between two minds here. The odds point to lower, but I would first want to say, Hunter, if I win, good game. You're a great player and everything. I'm going lower.
Lower than the 10 for the game and the match.
Wow.
Outstanding.
Oh well, I couldn't contribute anything to the pot, but hey, it's so good. So good.
And our first repeat champion going into the money card. So this is good. Hunter, stick around. We got countdown coming up after the intermission. So let's play one final round of money cards. Caden, do you want to try the same strategy again?
I gotta see what the first card is, then I'll make my move.
It's a 3.
Everything higher.
All of it higher than a 3. It's a 6.
Change that card with number 1, please.
Number 1. 6 becomes a 5. A little better.
Everything higher, please.
All of it higher than a 5.
Are you kidding me?
But a good card and $400.
Everything higher, please.
All of it higher than a deuce. King.
Isn't this the card I lost on last time?
I believe it is. No, you lost on a jack. It went jack king.
Okay. My gut's telling me to go all in. And sometimes you just gotta listen to your gut. Let's get $64 for charity. Everything lower.
All of it. Lower than a king. It's a 7. And you've already changed a card on this line, so you have to play the 7.
Can I... Audience! Oh.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't
you changed
do
the card. Wait, did you change a card on the bottom line?
No, he didn't
I think
change
I
the card on
turned...
the segment. He didn't change it.
He did not change a card on this line.
No.
Yeah, the 2 moved up. You unveiled the king. You can change the 7 if you want.
Change the 7 with number 2, please.
Number 2. 7 becomes an ace.
Yes! Everything lower.
All of it. Lower than an ace. You got a 2. 2 moves up. 3,200 and a deuce.
Come on.
I'm
Do
going to wager 16. I'm joking. Everything higher. Come on.
All of it.
Yes.
6,400 or 3,200 higher than a 2. You got a jack. That's another $64 in the pot. 132. Let's see. 127.5 is 32. 134 and 64. That is $198 so far for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals at U of F for Florida. We're going to take a little bit of a break right now. I'm going to come full screen so I can talk to everybody. Those of you that have tuned in, thanks for tuning in. Hang out with us for about another 5-10 minutes. We're going to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of an intermission. Basically, we're pausing for the cause. When we come back, everybody in Discord is going to be able to play Countdown. So stay tuned, and we will see you in just a little bit. Hey, gang! Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us through the intermission. Now we're going to subject the entire Discord to a little bit of letters and numbers frivolity. So here's how this is going to work. This is the all-play countdown. Everybody's going to play. They're going to keep their own score. We're not going to do a conundrum, but the two highest scores, will play a full 15-round game of countdown, and we're going to try to squeeze all of this in before 4 p.m. Eastern. So, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Ready.
I'm sure everybody's got something to write with and everything like that. So let's go straight to it. And everybody, please make sure to keep your own score. I'm going to do periodic requests of who's got, like, basically periodic score checks. Okay.
If you want to, if the need be, I can do a backup because I've got Excel up on my little computer.
Please do.
Trying to
That would
find a
be
pen that works.
that would be great.
I've got one.
All right. So for those of you unfamiliar with Countdown, there are 3 different games. The Conundrum is a 9-letter scramble. That's at the end. That's going to be in the head-to-head game. We're not going to play that now. The letters game, our contestants are going to pick a series of letters just by calling consonant and vowel. They have to have a minimum 4 consonants and a minimum 3 vowels. Once they have 9 letters in line, I'll give them 30 seconds to make the longest letter they can, or the longest word that they can. The longest word will score 1 letter per point. Unless they manage to get a valid 9-letter word, then it is worth 18 points. That is the letters game. We'll explain the numbers game when we get to it. That being said, I have randomized everybody's name for picking order. Hunter, you are first. Give me consonants and vowels.
All right, I'll take a consonant, please, Travis.
You've got an S.
I'll take a vowel.
E.
Let me write these down. Vowel.
A.
Well, already I have a 3. Let's try a consonant.
I've got a 4.
Okay, vowel.
That's an I.
Okay, so I have to have a minimum of 3 vowels, right?
And you have that.
Okay, I'll take another consonant.
That's a T.
And another consonant.
That's a D.
And I'll take another consonant.
A C.
And I'll take one final vowel.
That's an E. SEALITDCE. 30 seconds. That was 30 seconds. Hunter, what do you got? How long is your longest word?
I've got a 6. I've got 2 of them, actually, but I've got a 6.
You've got a 6. Rach?
I've got a 6 as well.
A 6. Al? Alucard?
6.
6. Clover?
6.
6. Everybody's 6s. Davion?
Yeah, 6 for me too.
Dark Clown?
I got a 4. Wait, no, 5. Sorry, 5.
A 5. Okay. Caden?
I as well have a 5.
A 5. And Noah?
I got 4.
Okay, those of you with 6s. Hunter, what's your 6?
I've got 2 of them, but I'm going to go with seated. SEATED.
Valid for 6. Rach, yours?
I've got sliced. SLICED.
Take it. Take 6 points. Alucard, what was your 6?
Salted. SALTED.
Take the 6. Clover, you had a 5?
No, I said 6.
Oh, you had a 6. What was your 6?
2 of them, but I'm going to go with field. FEALED.
All valid. Unfortunately, anyone below a 6-letter word will not score, so the 6s are perfectly fine. There's a 9 up there, guys.
Oh, really?
There is a 9.
I found it. I figured it out as soon as I wrote down my word. I'm pissed.
Caden's got it. Does anybody else think they have it?
Not sure.
Well, I just ended up getting a late 7, but
Caden, what's the 9?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's 8. I thought it was detailed.
No, the 9 is
that's what I was.
the 9 is delicates.
Oh.
Oh. Damn.
Oh shoot!
Really good.
I'm kind of mad at
We
myself for that.
started
Should've
with
added
a 9. That's good. I mean, that's great.
Wow. That-
All right, so we'll reset the clock. And Clover, this time it is your choice of letters.
All right. Consonant,
It's a T,
vowel,
an A,
consonant,
an R,
vowel,
an I,
consonant,
S,
vowel,
I,
consonant,
H,
consonant,
a G,
consonant.
and an R. 30 seconds. That's the time. Hunter,
I have 6.
you have a 6. Rach,
I only had a 5.
5. Alucard,
Unfortunately, I have a 5.
a 5. Clover,
5.
Davion,
I have a risky 6.
ooh, I love a dodgy one. Dark Clown,
I had a 4.
4. Caden,
I as well have a 6.
6 as well. Noah.
4.
Okay, let's go. Hunter, your concrete 6.
Okay, I've got 2 of them, but I'm going to go with one I'm sure of. Rights. Rights.
That is valid for 6. Caden,
I'm gonna turn on my camera even though no one can see me. My word was right.
rights. Okay, that's valid for 6. Davion, what is your dodgy 6?
All right, I'm gonna spell it. I think it's a different one, but I still spell it. It is Tarish.
Tarish.
Yeah.
Tarish.
Checking. Take the 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressive.
I'm impressed.
Well done.
Good word.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me get the from. Let's see. Yeah, according to Oxford English Dictionary, tarish is a less common adjective in English dating back to the early 1600s.
Wow.
Wow.
Dodgy.
The more you know.
To
I'd say
dull,
wow,
it is to
good.
dull or oh no, that's tarnish. So yeah, Oxford English Dictionary considers it valid. I cannot get in to get a more concrete definition, but it is valid. Take the 6.
He deserves it.
And 6 is actually the longest possible. Rights was right at the top of the list. Garth's, garish, girths, a right, and tarish didn't come up, but boy, is it valid. So well done. All right, let's clear that. Reset the clock. Rach, your turn for letters.
Okay, I will take a vowel,
A vowel. That's an E,
another vowel,
an I,
consonant,
a P,
consonant,
T,
a vowel,
A,
another consonant,
R,
another consonant,
a T,
another vowel,
an O,
and another consonant.
and an N. 30 seconds. All right, Hunter.
I've got a risky 6.
Risky 6. Rach?
I have a risky 7, so I'm not sure if it's a word or not.
Ooh, okay. Alucard.
Risky 6.
Risky 6. Clover. Say again.
I said 5.
You got a 5. Davion.
I got a confident 7.
Confident 7. Dark Clown.
I got a risky 7.
Risky. Ooh, I love all the dodgy ones. Caden.
I have a risky-ish 9.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay. We'll go to you first. Noah first.
Still getting the 4, Travis.
Okay. I need to know, what is the dodgy 9? Caden.
Oh wait, camera isn't working. Reptation. I can't spell today.
Let me check. Reptation.
And I'm sorry that I have Brad Rutter handwriting.
Take 18 points.
Wow!
Wow.
Reptation suggests the movement of entangled polymer chains as being analogous to snakes slithering through one another. Take 18 points, and that's another
Thank you very
18 going into the pledge. So that's 198, 18 goes to 216. You guys are bankrupting me.
That's the first
Reptation.
letter word we've ever had on these streams. That's fantastic.
And a valid 9. Okay, what were the other dodgies? Let's see. Dark Clown and Rach had 7s.
Yeah. Rach, you want to go first?
I'll go first then. So I didn't know if this was a word or if this was just a brand. Patreon.
Patreon?
Yeah.
That is a proper
Also,
noun, unfortunately, so that would not be valid.
Funnily enough, I do have tartan. As well.
Yeah. I looked at the letters they were coming up. I'm like, I have tart pie, but it sounds delicious, but no. Dark Clown, what was your dodgy 7?
I need you to look this up. Raption.
Raption?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I don't think that's a word.
That is actually a brand name. A proper noun would not have been valid.
Oh.
Ooh.
But I also had for 5, just for fun, I had tarot.
Yeah, that would have been a valid 5, but 9, a valid 9, unbelievable that the solver didn't even come up with, but you got it.
You see, when you're on Wheel of Fortune, you know letters and words.
No, that's absolutely fair, and because you banked that, you're up next. So give me some letters.
Also, I have.
Let's see here. I will take a vowel.
That's a U.
Consonant, please.
M.
Another.
J.
Oh gosh. Consonant.
Yeah, now we're into the garbage alphabet. D.
Vowel.
O.
Consonant.
S.
And a vowel.
It's an A.
And a vowel.
Another U.
And then I will do a consonant.
An N. 30 seconds. Hunter.
6.
A 6. Rach.
6.
6 again. Alucard.
5.
5 for you. Clover. Say again.
No, a pass. I thought I couldn't come up with anything.
Got it. Davion.
Yeah, I got 4.
4. Dark Clown.
Same thing with Davion.
Okay. Caden.
I had a 6, but just for the memes, I did 4.
Okay, Noah.
The only thing I can come up today are 4s, so that's what I got.
All right, so Hunter and Rach, your 6s, please.
Hunter, you go first.
Mounds. Mounds.
Take the
That's what I got
6.
as well.
And you got it. Take the 6.
Yeah.
Caden, you said you had something and then went with the memes. What were you doing?
So my word was mounds as well,
Yeah.
but I decided to go for the memes.
Damn. I mean, it's there.
Damn.
It's valid in there. So the longest that the solver came up with was a 7.
Oh, what was it?
The word is osmunda. Osmunda. It is a genus of primarily temperate zone ferns.
Oh.
So the solver just called us dumb in 7 different languages.
Basically, in English and in Latin. All right, so let's shift away. Let's clear this up, and let's go to the numbers game. So here's how the numbers game works. On my screen, not yours, everybody watching at home, on my screen, I've got 2 sets of numbers, one big and one small. The big are one of each, 25, 50, 75, and 100. The 20 small are 1 through 10 twice. The player in control gives me how many big and how many small they want for a total of 6 numbers. And then we're going to randomly generate a 3-digit number. Given those 6 numbers, the 4 basic mathematical operations, and any resulting numbers, they need to get as close as possible to that 3-digit number as they can. Right on the nose is worth 10 points. Within 7 is, I believe, 5 points, and within 10 is going to be 3 points. I'll make it, and I'll actually stretch it out a little bit. If you're within 20, I'll give you 1 point. So that way, at least we get somebody on the board. But again, only the closest person will score. So let's see. Davion, you're in control of the numbers. How many big and how many small?
Watch this show, and I'm glad I watched the countdown with the 8 out of 10 cats. There's always a special they always bring it up. So I'm gonna bring that special. 2 big, 4 small.
2 big and 4 small. A 10.
The Sean Locke special,
A
I
9,
believe.
A 7. A 1. 25 and 75. Your target number is 869. 30 seconds.
Lord.
And we can only use these numbers once, or
Yes, as soon as you've used them, they're gone. But any resulting numbers you can use. And anybody that's right on the nose, I'll put $10 into the kitty as well. Hunter, how close are you?
Nowhere near.
Rachel, or Rach.
872.
Ooh, within 3, not bad. Alucard.
Oh, sorry, 882. Apologies.
882. You're still within 20. That's fine. Alucard.
I bombed.
Bombed. Okay. Clover.
850.
850. That's not as close, but you're still within 20. Davion.
Yeah, I'm bombed too.
Bombed as well. Dark Clown.
Zippity doo dah day.
All right. Caden.
I got 792.
792. Nowhere near. Noah.
Not even close. 700.
Got it. Okay, Rach, you were the closest. What's your maths?
Okay, so 75 plus 25 equals 100.
You got that?
Times 9 is 900.
That's right.
And add the 1, 7, and 10 to make 18, and it's 900 minus 18.
Which comes out to 882, which is, yeah, you're within 20. You're outside of 10, but within 20, so take 1 point. There are a number of valid solutions. Here is how the solver got it. 9 minus 1 is 8. 25 minus 8 is 17. 17 times 7 is 119. 75 times 10 is 750. Add them together. 869.
Not a close.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we're going to ignore the numbers game and go right back to where it was fun. At this point, a score check. Hunter, how many do you have?
I have 18 points.
Rach?
13.
Alucard? Clover?
6.
6. Davion?
23.
23. Dark Clown?
Alucard's on 6. He's just put in the chat. His mic's gone.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
I got Zippy Doodah.
All right, Caden?
I think I have 30, but I'm not confident.
You hit an 18-point word, so we'll see how that rolls out. And Noah?
16.
Got it. All right. Hunter, you're keeping track of everything on your spreadsheet, yes?
Yep.
Who are
Yes, I am.
Who are the clubhouse leaders right now?
All right, so right now, Caden's in first place with 24. I'm in second with 18. Rach, you have 13. You're in third. We have a three-way tie for fourth. Clover, Alucard, and Davion have 6. Dark Clown and Noah are not on the board right now.
Okay. We're doing well. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4 more letters games, and then 1 more numbers, and we'll figure out who our head-to-head players are. This goes to Dark Clown. Give me letters.
Let's go with the consonant, please.
You got a T.
2 vowels, please.
All right.
If this says another T, I would be shocked. Consonant. Darn.
Okay.
Consonant. Vowel. And can we finish it up with the 3 consonants?
All right.
Ooh.
There's a garbledygook. 30 seconds. I have a feeling Google is going to be doing some heavy lifting on this one. Hunter,
I have 5.
5. Rach?
4.
4. Alucard?
Unfortunately, a 4.
4. Clover?
4.
4 as well. Davion?
Yeah, 4 for me.
Dark Clown?
I have a 4 as well.
Okay. Caden?
5.
And Noah?
4 again.
Okay. Hunter, what's your 5?
A foot. AFOOT.
Caden, do you agree?
I agree.
All right, take your 5s. That is the longest possible out of this mess.
That was trash.
Oh.
That was not a good. Those were not good words
That was
No.
Like,
for letters.
I have a meme bonus name on there.
What was it?
Moot.
Oh.
I mean, it's a valid 4 MOOT, but I think that's just moot now. All right, moving on. Noah, give me some letters.
Okay. Consonant, please.
It's an S.
Vowel.
An A.
Another vowel.
A.
Where? Consonant, please.
M.
Another.
A P.
Vowel.
An A.
Consonant.
A T.
Vowel.
An E.
And consonant.
And an N. 30 seconds. I hate everything about this set of letters. Hunter.
5.
5. Rach?
5.
Okay. Alucard?
7.
Ooh, 7. Clover?
Really?
5.
Davion?
Yeah, I'm about 4.
Got it. Clown?
Adam?
Dark Clown? Adam?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Bueller?
I said 5.
5. Got it. Caden?
7. Or risky 7, but 7.
Risky 7. Got it. Noah?
This time I actually got a 5 this time.
Okay. Caden, what is your risky 7?
This is the benefit of having a dictionary. This is the benefit of having a dictionary, but at the same time, I don't know about this. I know it's a tick. Tampons? Or are we looking for just words?
I'm gonna check it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know that I know it's like an insect of some sort, but I don't know if it's like a word.
We'll come back to it. Alucard, give me, what is your 7?
I actually have the same thing here. I'll go on camera to show.
Okay.
To verify.
Ooh.
You're spelling it Tampens.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. Which, I mean, let me check.
All right. We'll see.
Nice wheel in the background. Alucard.
I don't know if that would work. I don't know if that would work.
Boy.
I took a risk. We'll see.
This is very, very interesting. Okay, I did not mean that. I meant that. Let's try that. Okay. All right, let's check Merriam-Webster, and let's go to that, and we'll go E.
This is the stop down stage.
Yeah, this is where we check everything.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not lying. I actually have an.
No, you got it. That's fine. Okay, so Tampens is not valid.
Okay, that's all right. I took a risk.
That's fair. But Tampans is valid for 7. It can refer to several things: a type of tick, a ceremonial textile from Sumatra, or a term for residents of Tampa, Florida. So take the 7.
Nice.
Good job, Caden.
Well done.
Man,
I
keep
misspelled
coming.
costly, but I mean, hey, that's all right.
No, that's fair. So, but like tamp is a verb, but I was trying to find like to tampen, and it's like it's not. There's no clear yes or no. So I gotta go no. That's not what we call. It's not pinned, so
Right.
I cannot accept it. But tampan,
Of course.
is pinned, so I will take that. All right, so Noah, you picked that set of letters. Alucard, give me one more set of letters.
All right, let's see if I can get us a good stack here. Let's start with a consonant.
Okay, an L,
Let's go vowel.
vowel, an I,
Let's go consonant.
a W,
Let's keep going.
another consonant.
Yes, sir. Another.
That's a Y,
One more consonant.
an L. I'm sure you have
All right,
something
vowel.
in Welsh, but I don't know what it is. You want a vowel?
Yes, sir.
An E,
And then one more vowel
an O,
and consonant
an S,
and one more.
and an R. 30 seconds. All right, Hunter, what do you got?
I have a risky 7.
Risky 7. Rach?
I have a 6.
Alucard?
I got a 4. Say 4.
4. Clover?
6.
Another 6. Davion.
Yeah, I got a confidence 6.
Confidence 6. Lots of 6s. Dark Clown.
I had a meme 6. I mean, meme 3. Sorry.
Okay. Caden.
I'm with Hunter. Risky 7.
Risky 7. Noah.
I got a risky 5.
Okay, let's hear the 7 first from Hunter.
Willers. Will.
ERS.
Yes.
Caden, what's your dodgy 7?
It's Yowlers. S with the plural, Yowlers, but I'm not confident in that, so.
You guys are making me look stuff up.
Oh.
The hell?
Travis.
Got it. Okay, so here's what I'm coming up with. For Yowlers and for Willers, take your 7s.
Nice!
Yowler, according to dictionary.com, is a person who yowls or a howler. So yes, and it will plural just fine. Or yowler, the other definition for yowler is ocean pout. So we'll take that. And then willer is one that wills, especially one that wields an influence, as in hypnotism, by the means of will. So yeah, take your 7s.
Yeah.
Wow,
Also,
nice job, Caden.
I would say this. I have my 6. It is yellow. But when I researched it, I could add another S because yellows means a disease in plants or color or slang term as a certain prescription drug. So
Yeah,
I'll take my 6.
Yeah, yellows with the S, or yellow with the S, is a valid 7, but you declared a 6, so I can only take a 6.
Yeah.
And the 7 score. That last garbage line of letters that we had, I forgot there was an 8 in among that, and it was Anapest, Anapaest. It is a metrical foot consisting of 2 short or unstressed syllables followed by 1 long or stressed syllable. And Paest is more like the Latin spelling, because the dictionary spelling is Pest, but Past is valid. Just throwing that out there because I didn't give the longest for the last set, so I'm filling in time. This one, there was only the longest was 7s. So the 2 that you gave. Yellows, Swiller, and Lowlier were the 7s on that one. All right, so we'll clear this up. We'll do one last letters game, and this time I am picking the letters. So here we go.
Chaos.
Chaos reigns with a
It's
consonant
Travis's reign of terror.
and a vowel and another vowel and a consonant and a vowel and a consonant. I hate these. Consonant, vowel, and a consonant. REEHOCVIL, 30 seconds. Hunter, what you got?
6.
Another 6. Rach?
6.
6 as well. Alucard?
Say 5.
Another 5. Okay, Clover?
7.
7. All right. Davion?
Yeah, I got 4.
4. Dark Clown?
Had a 4.
4. Caden?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And a 6. Noah?
4.
All right. Clover, what's your 7?
Vehicle. VEHICLE.
Take the 7.
Oh,
Wow.
Well
I
done.
should have done that. Wow, good one.
And those were the longest. Vehicle, Overlie, and Cheerio were the known sevens in that list. So take 7 points. Very good. All right.
Funnily enough, my six was Clover.
So was mine.
Same.
I had Clover and I had Reveal.
Guys, you have to understand, you can't suck up to the other contestants. You have to suck up to the host. That's how this game works.
Travis, you have amazing.
It's
hair.
too late. It's too late. All right.
Travis, I love your Drew Carey glasses.
It's too late. All right. So we're gonna do one last numbers. We're gonna do one last numbers game. I'm gonna pick the numbers, and then we'll find out final scores at the end.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Never mind, I said.
Here are the numbers: a 4, an 8, an 8,
Yep.
a 2,
Yep.
a 4, and a 10. 6 smalls. I hope this isn't odd. 5 for 13. Have fun.
Why do you have to do this to us?
Because he loves us.
Because yes.
Yes. Oh, dude.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Hunter.
I think I have 520.
520, you're within 7. Rach.
I crashed and burned.
Okay. Alucard.
Bummed.
All right. Clover.
Bailed out.
All right. Davion.
He's muted. Davion.
He's writing in chat.
He's typing in chat.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
While he's typing, we'll carry on. Dark Clown.
I lost everything.
Got
I
it.
wagered everything.
Caden? Caden's got... Okay. All right, fair enough. And Noah.
I've got absolutely nothing.
I'm not saying what Caden put his camera on. You have to join the Discord to find out. Like, I'm not, YouTube. You can't have access to everything. You got to join the Discord to find out. All right, so
I put down. I don't effing know.
no, you spoiled it. I want people to join the Discord. Hunter, what was your? You said 520, correct?
Yes.
All right, how'd you get there?
Okay, so 8 times 4 is 32.
Mm-hmm.
8 times 2 equals 16.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4 equals 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then 32 plus 20 times 10 is 520.
It's valid. Take,
Okay.
let's see, you're within 7, so take 3 points for that. There is the solver. Normally, you give the solver a set of numbers. It gives you every possible solution. The solver has 1. There's one way to get to this.
Okay.
10 minus 2 equals 8. 8 times 8 times 8 is 512. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 512 plus 1 is 513. You had to have a third 8. So 8 cubed, basically. So that's how they got it. All right.
Dang.
Let's clear that up, and I need final scores.
All right. Do you need me to recap the scores from my Excel, or do you?
Yes. Go from the bottom up.
All right. So Noah and Dark Clown, unfortunately, you end up on 0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fine. That's
We
okay.
have a tie for 4th place. Alucard and Davion each have 6. We have a tie for 3rd place. Rach and Clover each have 13 points.
Say that.
In 2nd place is yours truly with 33 points, which means Caden, you're at the top of the leaderboard with 43 points.
So 40.
Oh, I thought I had 47.
So 4.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So
that.
So Caden and Hunter are the winners of the all play. Is that where I'm going for?
Yep.
Here's the problem. We're 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to postpone this, and we're going to play it. If you want to see these two go head to head, we'll do a live stream in about 2 weeks' time. So let's say June 1st, we'll do a special live stream that is just those two head to head. If you want to see it and interact yourself, please join us in the Discord. The link is in the link tree. But also feel free to donate to Extra Life. We're raising money for Children's Miracle Network, Extra Life hospitals. So please donate. We're going to carry this on through November, the first Saturday in November. But again, we're going to postpone this. Guys, are you okay holding off until the 1st to resume this matchup?
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely fine.
All right, so we'll do it at the same time. It'll be basically a throwdown addendum. We're going to do one 15-round game of Countdown, so work on your numbers, work on your letters. Discord,
Night
thanks.
1A.
Yes, exactly. So Discord, thank you for playing along. Hang out for just a moment. I'm going to end the live stream real quick. I'm going to go full screen myself. Thanks for tuning in, those of you on YouTube who've watched. Please join the Discord if you want to play in the next game. The next full Throwdown night will be 1 month, a little less than a month from now on June 15th, where we're going to be playing High Rollers and Dealer's Choice. So it's going to be a day of gambling. From there on, we've pledged $216 to the charity. That'll be donated by the end of this week. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you hopefully either on the 1st to watch those two go after, or in a month for you to play yourself. So on that note, have a good night. And happy Memorial Day, those of you on this side of the pond. Good night.